YouTube, what's poppin'? It's your boy Mr. Mitos. Back with another video, you guys, so check this out. We have the RC10 6x6 semi, right? It's so nice, I had to get it twice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just this time, your boy gonna build it himself. So with that being said, we're gonna get right to it. And I'm dyeing it. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that dye on all these plastic pieces. I'm gonna take you on the journey with me. Let's get it. All right, guys, so got our work cut out for us on this one. Well, I do, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it happen. First and foremost, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna start with just going over the book and seeing what bags is what, and within those bags, what pieces will I be dyeing. So right out of the gate, it looks like it's gonna have us, it's gonna have me, building the shocks, and then the diffs, which is bags 1 and 2. Then we get to the body. So it looks like bags 4, 5, and 6 will be the main things that I will be dyeing. So this is bag 1. So this is the shock bag. So all these white pieces in here, these are like the ball joints, looks like. Yeah, these are like ball joints. So I will just take these out of here and keep them on the plastic little mold. And then I'm going to, dye these bags individually. So bag 5 will get dyed separate. Whatever bag this is, bag 6 will get dyed separate. Bag 4 will get dyed separate, so I can keep all the pieces separate and still follow the directions in the book. Gonna use this dye. Gonna go ahead and cook up that the dye on the stove and just soak these parts. And then we're gonna go from here. The body I'll do last. Not too sure if I'm gonna spray it indoors with my airbrush or if I'm gonna spray it outside with the rattle can. But for the most part, all the white pieces will be red. Don't know how dark of a red or how light of a red, but they're gonna be red. And so this is a journey. It's the first time I'm doing this. So trial and error, and we're gonna make it happen off top regardless. Worst case scenario, we can always spray paint it. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get this dye set up and show you guys what I'm doing. Let's get it. All right, guys, we're in the kitchen. So here's the dye, and here's bag number 4. Bag number 4 has the most parts, you guys, so I decided to do this one first. And here are the pieces for the shocks that I'm gonna go ahead and throw in there as well. And then here are some wheels, man. I bought some new wheels. I like this pattern on the wheel and the offset. It's got a deep dish look to it. And I'm gonna give these a shot too. They're silver. Don't know how this is gonna be. I'm gonna go ahead and dye them anyway, just to see if it'll dye the paint. If not, then I'll just go ahead and spray them as well. But this is an experiment. I don't know what it's gonna be like, but we're gonna see. Got the water boiling. Gonna go ahead and toss some of this in there. Don't know how much you need, but we're gonna put quite a bit in here. And see how dark. That's a little, almost half. All right. So we're gonna see what, so we're gonna let this boil. Yeah, it's already boiling. All right. So I'm gonna toss these in here. I'm just gonna see. Let me toss these bad boys in here real quick. Just curious. Just to see what it do. Give me a nice little spatula. Give me 1 second. All right, let's just see. And flip them over. Get these cooked for a little bit and see if there's any changes. A few minutes have passed, guys. No luck. No luck, no luck, no luck. So I'm just go ahead and take these up out of here. I'm wasting time. We tried it and it don't work. On to the next one, on to the next one. Check this out, guys. Trial and error. Too hot. I'm gonna show you all my mistakes. I ain't hiding a dang thing. Warp them. So live and learn. Too hot. All right, so I'm gonna turn this fire down, and we're gonna put these white plastic pieces in there. Guess when you're cooking with that gas, it gets a lot hotter than you think. Good thing is these ain't that expensive. I can buy some more. That ain't no problem. It'll be a minute before I'm able to even put it on the road anyways, because I gotta build it. But I'll get some more. I ain't even gonna bother with those. Live and learn. People, you live and learn. All right, now that the fire is down on here, let me go ahead and throw these in here really quick. No, it's at the bottom. Quick. So I don't want these to cook. So we're gonna let these sit in here. They already starting to change color. All right, so fail number 2. These look like they are not taking the dye at all. This plastic isn't porous because I tested it. So right now I have the side rails in here, and as soon as I put them in here, they started to change color. The moment I put them in here, and these pieces have been in here for quite a while. So maybe what I'll have to do is just let them sit overnight in the dye and see how they turn out. But these pieces, as soon as I put them in the dye, they started to change color. So, yeah, these guys is a little bit more porous, not as porous as the other pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wait until I'm done and put these back in there, and then let them sit overnight, and then we can go from there. But yeah, but look at these guys. These are definitely turning out red. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put everything else in here, and go from there. The fire is off on these guys. There's no flame on here. So, oops. So I ain't got to worry about it overheating. Like how I warped those. And I used all the dye, so there's no more dye in here. But I'm gonna let these sit for a little bit, and I'm gonna come back and check them and see what they're looking like. Got the camera back on in a second. Yeah, this is what we're talking about, people. This is what we're talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's like a pink. It's a real light red, so we're gonna let them sit some more. Gonna keep cooking these parts. Yeah, these over here. Live and learn, live and learn. But these ones right here, it's on point. So I got 2 more bags to cook. After these are done, I'm gonna pour these out over here. And then once everything is done, I'm gonna put these back in here and let them sit overnight. And hopefully they change color. All right, guys, I'm trying something else to speed up the darkness. To speed up the darkness. There's some black dye I had when I dyed the colors on my, the clothes on my, my Moto, Losi Moto. So I'm gonna pour this in here. Let's see what happens. We're gonna see. Now we pure experimenting. Pure experimenting. Now this is blood red. Like fresh womb red. Slow mo. All right. Now I gotta be patient. I definitely don't want it too black. All right, guys, give it a second. Let's see how this turned out. All right, guys, so here we are. A few minutes later, we're like a burgundy wine color. So it's red, but it's really dark. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and dye everything else, and then I am going to let this dye cool off all the way down, and then I'm gonna put everything back in here, probably in a tub, and let it soak overnight, right? And just come back and check on it every couple hours to see how dark the pieces have gotten. And then I'll cut you guys back on with the finished product so we can actually look at it under the light. For you, it'd be a second. For me, it'd be the rest of my day. Let's get it. All right, you guys, we got bag 5. Bag 5 is going in. Go. These guys in there. Boom. This is the last batch. This is bag 6. These are the rest of the parts. As you can see, my hands is a little messy. Look like a murder scene right here. And what we got over here is some burgundy wine. Burgundy wine. So I already got a name for the truck. It's coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and get these parts dyed up over there. Let them dry. I ain't even gonna let them sit. But these, I'll let these sit over there. But everything else is the color I want. Now, I gotta figure out what color I wanna paint the body. So, I'll catch you guys back on when I get back to my desk and start assembling everything. Let's get it. All right, guys, back at the desk, and just wanted to show you here really quick how these turned out. So what I've done was you got bag 4, bag 5, bag 6, and I think that's bag 3 for the shocks. So I'm getting ready to start building the first step, which is bag 1, which is the shocks. But I want to show you the color of how it all turned out for the most part. So check it out, guys. Check it out. So it is a burgundy red. Not too sure if how the camera's picking it up. But yeah, all the pieces. Yeah, pretty much all of them. Everything. So, and I have it all sectioned out by the bag so I can still follow along properly with the instructions. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the electronic manual too, just in case these directions have changed. But I'll just follow along on my TV above my head. You feel me? Here's the bags. So here are some other colors. These were gray at first. So I dyed these too. So these are like a deep purple. Like a deep purple. And I tried these again, guys. So this was a super fail. These were the shock, the white, non-absorbent, non-porous pieces for the shocks. These are those little balls right here. Balls. But as you can see, the color on them didn't really take. So whatever plastic this is made out of, guys, it's not really kind to dyeing. So this is what it looked like before and after. So not going to too much worry about it. These I will be stripping the anodizing off tomorrow, or once I get to the shocks. I'm sorry, the turnbuckles. So all of the blue will be getting stripped down. The electronics I have is the XCESC. This is the E10 2 and 4 40 amp ESC, 4100 kV motor. Same setup that's in the blue joint. Got 45 kg servo that I have in like 6 of my cars. So it's a really strong servo. Got some pinions, 26 through 30. Gyro receiver. And we're gonna make it happen, guys. So with that being said, I think this video is around about 15, 16 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this down into a series so it's not too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this here. The next video will be me completing the shocks, the diffs, and assembling the front, rear, and both rear bags 4 and 5. So the diff housings and whatnot. So stay locked in, guys. Don't want the video to be too boring. Stay tuned. Hit that thumbs up. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate your support. Thanks for rocking with me. God bless. And to the next video, I'm out. Peace and blessings. Go.